The last program we ended, I remember, we talked about the importance of the educational process in a person's life. So much so that it is important to learn well. We have the opportunity to move forward, to overcome our limits, and knowledge gives us IT. We talked about how important it is to set limits within the educational process as something positive. We have limits is positive. Every time a child learns the reason for having limits, every time a child is well taught, so that he has to deal with social limits, the limits of the body, the limits of life, is so good to all of us. It is not, because a well-educated child will interfere very positively in society. The quality of education of a country makes a difference in the qualification of the citizen. The educated human being, the truly polite, is the one who knows how to reach a place, who knows how to be with people, is the one who knows how to respect the rules of life, is the one who knows how to respect the rules of his own body. Have you ever wondered to think about it? To be polite is also to respect what you are, to respect the space that the other has. And you are not so invasive with your words, your questions, with your interference. You know how to respect the other's time. Being educated is that, being thin, right? It is you understand when you should arrive, and when you should leave. How you should arrive, how you should leave. Elegance goes through these questions. We spoke precisely how important it is to educate for this human elegance, to this nobility of soul. Psychology taught me that, my people. No human being is by chance. No one gets a bad guy overnight. No one decides to kill overnight. And that's where we stop thinking. It was so pertinent to our reflection last week. From an email of a teacher, just saying, lamenting the lack of boundaries within schools. Only it's not just at school. It is indoors that we start receiving the first lessons of the human limit. It is indoors that we will learn, my son cannot. This is not beautiful to do, is it? I learned the moral rules from aesthetics, because my mother always had a habit of saying, that's ugly. That's beautiful. Doing this with your fellow is not beautiful. It's ugly. Humiliating people is ugly. Talking badly to people is an ugly thing. It is ethics from aesthetics. We understand good and evil from the beautiful and the ugly. Aesthetic references, and then when I went to study philosophy, is that I went to see how wise my mother was to teach me without ever attending even the right school, my mother. But she taught me from simple rules that any human being identifies in life. Any human being can identify this is beautiful. This is ugly, even if we have different tastes. Me mother, without knowing that she knew, she taught me ethics. If we make no effort to renew within us, we risk losing hope with the world, my people. It has moved a lot, and will always move the suffering of a mother who has to bury a child. It also moves me, the father, but I don't know why. I identify in the heart of the mother who suffers the loss of a child, perhaps the deepest suffering that humanly we can experience and witness. The pain of you having to bury the one you generated. Pain of having to bury your part, your half. And the worst, it's not because the time has come. I'm not adept at this theology that says that fatality was all God's will. No, I don't believe it. The misfortune, it is built every time human dedication is missing. We have no right to judge our crimes on the back of God. God wants us alive. God wants us increasingly happy. God wants us living. And the natural process of life is to die sick, after the whole body has tired. A natural process of aging loses its vitality. Because age is coming, we'll stop working. And you will turn out like a light Theton day it was lit, which was getting mat. Should be like this. We anticipate death in our decisions. I anticipate my death in my way of living. I anticipate my death in my way of eating, in my way of leading my life, in my way of taking care of my health. We create diseases with our modern foods, with our pesticides. Life is like this. And family, my people. I do not only refer to the father, the mother, and the brothers. No, because sometimes our parents die ahead of time, but someone will play the role in our lives. When I speak family, I'm talking about the nearby human group that has the possibility of having an influence on us, which has the possibility of teaching us ethics, which has the possibility to teach us the limit, which has the possibility to teach us the kindness, the values, which has the possibility to put within us a code of conduct that is worth following. When I speak family, I'm talking about all those people who can be by our side, who has what I call effective authority. Someone when you talk to me, someone when you give me advice, when you give me a word, find inside my heart. Why? Because I consider it. It is that person who looks in our eyes at the moment of our weakness, our fragility, recognizes this weakness, and indicates us ways to overcome it. We need to open our eyes. We need to open our table so we can reflect. How are we educating our children? Am I not just stating a future killer inside my house? Is the essentials not missing the essentials in my children's lives? Am I not neglecting my founding role in my children's lives? Because before you are an excellent businessman, before being a businesswoman, you are a mother. You are a father. And this is the first venture that has no right to fail in your life. When we put a child in the world, we are making a commitment to making her big, to make her people, so that it is no longer one to be a promoter of violence that has hurt so much the heart of our society, which has done so badly to us. My people, it is no moral lesson that I am now talking about, even because I am immersed in the same context of miseries as you. I am in the same situation as everyone. I am also trying to find within myself some answer that serves me and that gives me conditions to enter this world, to act in this world so that I am also a factor to reduce this violence, that I go through the lives of people and can awaken in them a desire to be a little better. People who are directly linked to our responsibility, those I need to educate, those who are directly linked to my responsibility. And then the crime is being managed because of it, because we do not know, because it has intimacy. And worst of all, my people, is that we are all unprotected. We have no way to close our lives and say, we are free of these lonely, these unfortunates. And that's why I say that we need to reduce these lonely and these unfortunates, educating, increasingly creating a system. The government needs to think about it in the instances that concern it. But you and I need to create these instances within our homes, so that those who go through our ability to educate be a little better, or that they do not thicken the line of those who violate, those who lie, those who steal, those who kidnap. And life gets like this. We are gestating these people. They are staying among us. They kidnap our joy. They will kill the people we love. And we cannot be indifferent to it. And I believe something can be done, that somehow this violence is being created near us. We need to open our eyes to find out if we are not contributing to the process of making these people so violent, so unbalanced, so capable of spreading wickedness. Thank you for joining us today at Path of Faith. Your engagement means the world to us. So please take a moment to leave your comments, like this video, share it with friends and family, and subscribe for more enriching content.